Hey butterflies, this is Dr. Lauren, your certified health coach. Happy holidays to you. This is your Christmas edition of your Metamorphosis Minute. So today I'm going to be talking about what it is that I'm going to cook for my holiday dinner, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to start out with is the sweet potatoes that I always include in my meals. All right, so I have two sweet potatoes here. I've already washed them and everything. I've washed them off and they're pretty big. So what I'm going to do is I have this huge pot. These are my t-fal pots that you all hear me talking about all the time. These are my t-fal pots. I love these t-fal pots, these stainless steel pots. And so I've already had the water boiling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil that for about 1.5 or maybe 1 hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 30 minutes. And that should be nice and good because I like boiling my my root veggies. So like, you know, this month is root vegetable month, which is perfect. So if you go to my post, you'll see that I've been including a lot of tips and so forth about root vegetables. So these sweet potatoes are going to cook for a little while. The next thing that I'm going to include is actually some people call it coyote squash, and then at home we call it, in New Orleans we call it melon tones. So I'm going to cook this as well because I'm going to do a little something different with this once it gets done boiling. So I'm going to let that cook for a little while also. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I have a rack of lamb that I got from Whole Foods. Now Whole Foods actually has, if you don't know, Whole Foods actually has halal meats in their meat department. How it's labeled is, it is actually labeled as humane certified. They don't use the word halal on their packaging because for whatever reason they just don't, they just don't do it as well. But this is about, see, there's a lot of good fat on there. This is about almost 2 pounds. This rack of lamb right here. I love French racks. Very good. This is maybe about enough for about 3 people. And I'm going to rinse this off. I'm going to rinse this off. Sorry I got out of the camera shot, guys. But I'm going to rinse this off. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to season it. So I have a couple of seasonings here. I have my black pepper. Got that from Harris Teeter. Got my ground sage. Got this from Rouse's in New Orleans. As you can see, I shop a little bit of everywhere. I like bringing these big bottles back with me because I use so many seasonings, or I use so much seasonings, I go through it very fast because I cook every day, all day. And then I have my sea salt. So I'm going to season this up a little bit. Let me see if I can make sure I stay in the shot. I'm going to season this up a little bit, okay? And I have my little stainless steel pan here. I do not cook with non-stick cookware because what it does is you actually end up eating the plastic. You're absorbing the plastic in your body. So I'm seasoning this up really good, okay? And then I have my sage that I'm going to include. I actually love sage. Some people think that I use sea salt here. Some people think if you have the lifestyle diseases and so forth, which I actually work with people that have lifestyle diseases, that you can't use salt. You actually can. You want to use sea salt though. It's very good. Some people use pink Himalayan salt, which is good as well. But I like using these seasonings when I actually season my my rack of lamb. And also another thing which is really delish that you can use on your leg of lamb is rosemary. I can't use it because I get an anaphylactic reaction to it, and you need to know if in fact you are allergic to some seasonings. Be very careful with that so that you don't have a reaction to it. But for myself, I don't use rosemary, but rosemary is actually delicious on lamb as well. So what I'm going to do is when I actually put it in the oven, I'm going to let this marinate for a while. When I put it in the oven, I'm going to let this cook for about 30 minutes. Once I cook it for about 30 minutes, it is so delicious and moist and so forth. But I'm going to let this marinate for a day or so because I'm not going to cook this right away. The next thing that I want you to see is for those who are meat eaters, the lamb is actually delicious. So we have the sweet potatoes and we have the melon or aka coyote squash so far. The last thing that I'm going to share with you is my favorite salad that I fix all the time. So for individuals who said they don't have time to cook, but they need to get them some lunch together, let me tell you, see this right here? I don't advocate plastic, but you can't, some of this stuff you can't get around. I just don't have, this is the only time that you can take a handful of this and place it onto your dish, okay? The next thing that you want to do is you want to cut up a cucumber, okay? My favorite, this is actually my favorite salad. I've already washed all these things, by the way, in case you were wondering. This is my favorite salad. So I cut this up and I put a little bit, as much as I like, into the dish, okay? And then the next thing I do, this is a very quick salad, by the way. Let me show you what I'm doing. This is a very quick salad that I'm actually preparing here. I'll set it up on the stove so you can see it. And these are the ingredients. So this is kale salad. I have a little bit of cucumbers here. I have a half a cup. If you need measurements, we don't measure things out in New Orleans. I'll tell you what I actually did with this. We don't measure things out. Let me tell you what I did. So for portions, for nuts, you actually take a handful of it. That is actually a meal. You take a handful of it, and that is actually a meal for you. All right? And then the last bit of ingredients that I do are, these are my favorites. These golden California raisins are actually my faves. All right? And I put a little bit of those in there. And that is actually my salad. Now, you're asking, oh my God, is she going to eat that dry? Listen, this is what I actually have. See this? Sweet almond. I don't use processed salad dressings because it has soy in it. See this sweet almonds here? I have a sweet almond and I use that as actually a salad dressing. Now this is the end of it. I actually have some more, but this is the end of it. I have my sweet almond olive oil. I'm sorry, almond oil. And that is how I make my meal, okay? I hope you enjoy that. This is somewhat of a cooking demonstration. This is your Metamorphosis Minute. I want you to click like, I want you to share, and I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Lauren of Lauren Care Wellness, and I am your certified health coach. Thank you.